My name is Mike Fath, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. And on our board, we have the model that we used in our last discussion. And we will go through a little review because some of the terms and the model will be used in our video for today. So this is what we talked about. You never experience what is happening. What's happening? Well, the present moment. So this represents a happening in the present moment. So the present moment of now will carry over into the next video, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. In the center here, we have one system, the entanglement of the body and the mind. And in this diagram, which these two are outlined here, the body is seen and the mind is unseen in this connection between mind-body. We always talk about, the mind-body connection when you only see the body. Why? Well, the body is classical. So you see it in classical terms and in classical symbols. The mind is unseen because it's in a quantum state. It's in a quantum realm. And we are not able to, with our senses, to absorb that information. So the event is happening, and it happens in the present moment of now. And then it's gone. Why? Well, the present moment is gone. And then the event is gone. But why it is here in the present moment, our senses, which are designed for specific information only, pick up what information they can. And so that's visual, auditory, kinesthetic, olfactory, and gustatory. And it takes the information in, and because these two are entangled, the information goes to both at the same time. They're entangled. But the body has no direct facility for handling the raw data. Why? To handle the raw data, to interpret the raw data, you need what is in the mind, which are memories and your belief system, and what you think about this information when it comes through this filtering process of the mind. And in that, you get feelings. This produces a feeling. You'll feel it in the body as well as in the mind. And from that comes meaning, comes for you, based upon this information, comes the meaning of the event. So that's kind of what we talked about. Now, one thing I put on board, but I didn't talk about, is that the mind is the learner in this process, and the body that does a lot of experiencing with the egoic world is the learning device. And this information, this learning information, is uploaded into the all, or consciousness, or the infinite field of everything. Now, another thing I didn't mention too much is about fields. And I said, well, the mind is in a quantum field state. And right now, wherever you are, wherever you're looking at this, you have energy going through you in the form of fields, mainly radio waves, microwaves, your cell phone, all of that system, cell phone system, are all energy waves of information. How many of them do you see? How many of those hundreds of radio, television, YouTube, wireless systems right now, where I'm using a wireless system to talk to you, and therefore there is a field connecting. I don't feel it. How many of those fields of energy do you feel? Oh, high tension lines, all kinds. There's all kinds of fields. They don't seem to interrupt each other, and you don't see them. But when I think here, you say, well, I should be able to see the mind. You can't see the mind. Why? It's a field. It's just like a radio field, radio wave. So there's much to think about here. And when I say you see the body, you say, oh, that's physical. I say, well, what about the mind? Oh, can't see that. Doesn't exist. That's like saying your cell phone doesn't work, because the energy that you can't feel doesn't exist. That's part of the illusion. Now, let us go on to our next adventure. Now, and this is our subject for today. And let me read it for you. Oh, I started up here. An amazing truth. First, the universe is pure consciousness. The universe is pure consciousness. Now, we have a couple of statements on the board to start us off with. And the first one is hidden in plain sight. Consciousness is fundamental. Consciousness is fundamental. So that is an assumption. Like all observations, we make an assumption. All science starts with an assumption. And let's see where that assumption takes us. First of all, we say, well, we can't see consciousness, but we can see a lot of other stuff through the senses. Now, I have put up on the board before, and I'm going to do it again, a playlist entitled The Senses Don't Do What You Think They Do. And here, senses don't tell you anything. That's the bottom line. If you remember in the other video and in the review, had 5 senses as little squares. Now, if you looked real close, you'll notice there's no lips on the squares. The senses are not communicating to you. The senses are gathering information and transmitting it to the mind. The senses tell you nothing, not one thing. But we believe in the egoic world, and I've heard people say that. Just recently, a guy said, well, I can see you. You're standing right. Don't you see him? And he got other people, well, I don't know. I see he seems to be there. but it's not the senses that are telling you anything. Review that other video, and there's other videos, and you'll see that what you think you are seeing and tasting and smelling and touching, and there might be another one, are interpretations of the mind. Has nothing to do with the senses. The senses just pass data. That's all. But because of our egoic belief system, we think, oh no, my eyes tell me stuff, my nose tells me what's going on, and I touch stuff and it's hard or soft or because of the sense. No, it's not because of the sense that things are hard and soft. It is because of your experiences and your beliefs from those experiences and your belief system. The beliefs, your senses tell you nothing. Now, we got to get over that hurdle to recognize you're the creator of your world. You're the creator of what you're smelling, what you're seeing, what you're tasting, what you're smelling, and tasting, and whatever the other ones were. You're creating it. Senses don't have nothing to do with creation. They don't have any lips. They don't have any brains. Oh no, my senses tell me this and that. No, it's your mind. This is what you have to begin to appreciate here in the illusion to get through it. Your mind interprets the data, and it's the mind that, from the interpretation, after it's filtered and it matches your belief system, your mind communicates through the conscious mind. The mind, subconscious, communicates through the conscious mind and tells you what you're seeing, what you're tasting, not the senses. Oh, very hard lesson, very hard lesson. Now, each now moment is a new universe. A new universe arises in each moment. Now, just a second ago, I was over here. And when I come over here, it's a different moment. And it's a different universe. Yes, I made this move from here to here. And there was cars going by. And there are trees, breezes in the trees moving the leaves. And there is, throughout the universe, infinite amount of changes. It's a new universe. It's not the one that was in the moment that I was over here. Every moment is a new universe. It arises out of the present moment. So there is no present moment that is ever the same. You see why in the last video you don't see what's happening? You don't see it because it changes every second. Another change, another universe arises. Your dog jumps off the couch. Your cat jumps onto the couch. Everything changes. And so therefore, I'm going to put up here the third Hermetic Principle. And here's what it is, the Third Hermetic Principle. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Nothing's the same. This present moment is constantly changing. And so there is a new universe and consciousness to be aware of everything, must be aware of this changing moment, which is always different. So that's the third Hermetic Principle. Now, let's see, I wanted to mention another one too. Oh, another one. And this is the second Hermetic Principle. And here's what the second one says. And if you have, there's a reference in the description, so you can look up. There's more information lately, at least what I found, on Hermetic principles, and they're quite profound. And if you look hard enough, you'll see them by very profound science and other people. So have a look at that. Here's the second one, the second Hermetic Principle, which is of correspondence. And here it is, as above. Now, when we think of above, I think of consciousness. So consciousness is above, and it's also here. It's not stay up there, it's all over. It's infinite. So, as above, so below. Well, who's below? Well, maybe we are. As below, so above. Everything is coordinated. Everything is coordinated in a fractal manner. The present moment moves in a fractal manner. The rest of it, as within, so without. As without, so within. So we have represented in the description that I'm giving you here, the second and the third Hermetic Principle. Now we're going to talk about the first Hermetic Principle, and it is related to consciousness. And here is the first Hermetic Principle. The principle of mentalism. The all is mind. The universe is mental, meaning the universe itself at an underlying and fundamental level is mental. That all phenomena of life, matter, and energy of the material universe are thoughts of an infinite, universal, living mind. The principle of mentalism explains the nature of energy, power, and matter as being subordinate to mind. That's not all of it. There's more, and I did put it in the description with, and you can look up at least one of the references for Hermetic principles. Now, what is this all about then? Consciousness is becoming aware of itself in each moment because that's what it wants to do. See, it is the one. It is the one. And since it is the one infinite field, it has nothing to distract it. It has nothing to influence it. It's itself. And itself, in that case, wants to know itself. And so it has, in that infinite one field, free will. Because there's nothing else to influence it. So whatever it does is its own free will. We're not that fortunate. And we'll talk more about that at another time. Now, let us talk about A Course in Miracles. And this is very short. And in it, there's going to be some things that I'm not going to be talking about, but you can reference, but you can go back and look at it. There's a specific thing that I want to mention. But in this reference in the Course, this is what it says. And this is so. That's the part you're going to have to go back and look at if you like. Because the universe is one. The universe is one. And that's what I want you to get. Everything is interconnected. Nothing is missing. It's dynamic, it's moving, it's never the same. And that takes us back to the illusion and the egoic world. And that is the cauldron in which the mind is the learner and the body is the learning device. And out of that infinite consciousness begins to understand itself. Now, I put down here, because it's another hard concept, mind-body entangled connection. So I'm showing the mind, inside is the body. Now, in the classic world, we think it's the other way around. Well, we got the body because it's physical and we can see it. The mind must be in the body. No. That's why there's a hard problem of consciousness. The mind isn't in the body. The body didn't create the mind. It's the other way around. First is consciousness. Out of consciousness comes the mind. Out of the mind comes the physical world. You are not going to explain the physical world as coming, the mind coming out of the physical world. It just isn't going to be there. But when you understand that the infinite all creates the atmosphere in which the body emerges, you have no problem. Oh, there's much to talk about here in the illusion. And remember, from A Course in Miracles and from the first Hermetic Principle, everything is subordinate to the one mind of consciousness. Be good to yourself. I know this is out of left field, And some of you are going to have some concerns about it. If you do, and questions arise, put them down below, and we'll see if we can answer you or give you some insight. And we look forward to seeing you next time, right here in the illusion.
Of all the money